What is good, guys, and welcome to today's kind of wet and miserable video. Don't know if you can tell from the weather around me, but it's been a shocking of a day. Unfortunately, it was snowing, ice everywhere, raining all day. Finally, the snow's kind of all melted and the ice seems to have melted as well, but the rain is still here and it's freezing cold. Obviously, though, this is nothing compared to like my friends and stuff out in Colorado and up north and all that kind of jazz in Canada. I'm sorry I'm complaining about the cold, and this really isn't cold for you, but it's cold for me. As an Aussie from Queensland who never saw snow growing up or anything colder than like 10 degrees Celsius, this is cold for me. Anyways, that aside, all my plans got thrown down the drain today because of the weather, as you guys can gather, but we do have to do some more tuning work on the 33.4 Skyline. You might be wondering, Sam, it's raining, how are you going to do any pulls? That's precisely right, we're not going to be doing any pulls. The final part of pretty much any tune is really making sure that your car idles perfectly and that everything just for normal day-to-day driving is all perfect. So we're gonna be doing some data logging today to send to Darren of normal day-to-day driving, cold starts, idling, all that kind of stuff, so that he can get everything perfectly dialed in. I do suspect that there may be a bit of an issue with my IACV valve though, because I've always had kind of a little bit of idle, like hunting issues in this car. There's no vac leaks or anything like that. I've done vacuum checks and boost checks to check for any leaks. There's nothing of that, so the only thing I can think of is IACV, but it also could just be a setting in the ECU that was missed previously, as we've discovered a lot of things were missed. So let's get that all set up. And I have to say, guys, as well, if you are in a place where, like in the world, where you need someone to help set up your Link ECU, Heltec, or anything else like that, and you need a remote tune because no one locally does that kind of aftermarket ECU support, please contact Darren. He's more than down. He's helping a guy like tune their GTR in Korea right now, which is mind-blowing. So definitely hit him up. I'm going to put his link in the description to his Facebook page. Just get in contact with him, tell him I sent you, and he'll look after you. So with that aside, let's now open up Link and get this thing logging. So I want to try and log a cold start, which is going to be a little bit interesting because I don't know if you can log cold starts, because essentially when you crank the car, the ECU kind of shuts off for a bit, right? But we'll give it a go. We'll go into the logging screen here, and I'm just going to turn the log on, and then I guess I'm going to crank it. Oh, I guess that started ridiculously quick. Okay, look, it's so cold, my IATs are -1. There you go. All right, well, it's logging idle right now. We're gonna let that log for 10 minutes, and then after that, we'll take this thing for a bit of a drive and go from there. But man, she's rich right now. Cold start at like 10.5 AFRs. That's pretty rich. That's rich. 0.73 lambda. Yeah, we definitely get that dialed in more. So yeah, we're gonna do this, and next clip will probably be me going to Starbucks. So we've been logging now for a total of roughly around 7 minutes, and I'm not sure if you can hear this, but this thing's hunting a fair bit. Jumping up and down from 1300 RPM to 1100 RPM. Now, normal idle, once this thing is fully warmed up, should be around 850, 900, 950 RPM. It's a little bit higher just because when this thing's running warm and you're drifting and you come off throttle for a bit, you don't want it dipping too low into the 800 range. I find keeping your idle at about 950 on an RB is really good for trying to, you know, get the throttle response back up as quickly as you can when you're side braking into like a big corner and you need to quickly blip the throttle to bring it back up. As well as if it dips too low when you're using like brakes and a lot of power steering, it can make the engine, instead of staying at its idle point of 850, dip all the way down to like 500 and stall. So you don't want that, because if you're using your brakes in those moments, it's obviously using vacuum and sucking away, and yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. Anyways, so right now it's still on its warm up, and as it's gotten a bit warmer, you can hear it. It's clearly hunting a fair bit. You can see like AFRs are jumping up and down a little bit. So yeah, this is the biggest issue that I've had with my idle since day one, since I had the car get the Link ECU and tuned and set up and stuff. So I'm pretty confident Darren's going to be able to fix this, and I'm glad that it's happening now so that we've got it in the log to send to him. You guys know what's up. Just arriving now at Up Garage. Pretty smooth drive, still logging down there. Normal cruise kind of on the highway. There should be some good data to send to Darren, and then we'll do another log of just sitting in the car idling for like 5 to 10 minutes now that it's fully up to temp, It's a pretty cold day though, which kind of sucks, but it should be still enough data to go through and figure things out. Also keen to check out Up Garage because it is the end of the month and payday, so there should be some cool stuff in there. I was definitely right, there's some pretty cool stuff here at the moment, including this Grady supercharger kit for a Toyota Vitz, or a Yaris or Echo in Australia and in the States, as what they're known as. This is super cool, comes with the alternator with all the pulleys and everything you need to pretty much bolt this thing in. The Grady E-Manage piggyback ECU, the oil cooler system and everything. And it's all supposed to be direct bolt-in, comes with all the like looms and everything you need in this box. Very, very cool. It's kind of, yeah, I don't know, that's sick. Wish I had a Vitz right now. Even comes with like an engine cover for it and a bunch of other stuff in there to make it all fit, and couplers and stuff. How cool is that? Very cool. I didn't actually know that Grady made supercharger kits for these. So that's pretty exciting. It's a little boosty boy there. Oh wow, it's kind of hard to turn. Nice. Never played around with superchargers before. I'd like to do that in the future at some point. So there you go. It's like $870 US roughly for the full kit. So if any of you guys are looking for that, I guess you could jump on Kruber and pick it up. And in here, they've got a fair bit of interesting stuff. For instance, this JZX100 Tomei Arms Turbo. It's the M8280. It's roughly about like 550 USD. Although, I was looking at it before, it may have a bit of shaft play, so it may need a rebuild, which is probably why it's so cheap. Because normally these sell like brand new for nearly $2,000, so probably just needs a little rebuild and she's good to go. There's RB parts down here galore, factory turbo and stuff. Wait, is that the metal wheel one? No, that's the plastic acrylic one, the one that blows up after 12 PSI. So it'll have a ceramic rear wheel in there. Apparently came off a 33. They want like 250 bucks for it. That's pretty fair. Bunch of other stuff, exhaust manifolds and things like that that we've kind of looked at before in here. See what else we can find, eh? Looks like they got a full roll cage here for a JZX90. I know there's a lot of guys on bases that run the JZX90, so if any of you guys need a full Cusco cage, there's one chilling here right now. Get yourself a bargain. It's like 550. Oh, it's like 500 US actually. It's very cheap. What is this thing? Is that a Beams? No. It's a 3SGE. Hell yeah! What car did that come out of though? Huh. This is a Beams though, right? Because of the way the intake manifold is and stuff. That's rear-wheel drive, right? Did that come out of an Altezza? Oh man, this thing's seen some weather though. Fair bit of rust on that flywheel. Is that a dual mass flywheel? That's pretty weird. It's like two pieces. Interesting. Anyways, so that's here, available. They don't have any prices on it though. Huh. There's a big sign that says don't touch it. Well, please don't touch it. I'm really tempted to touch it right now and see if anyone chases after me. Anyways, so yeah, there's that. I don't think it's in too great condition though, because I don't know if you can see all that oil chilling in the intake right there. So it either has a whole bunch of blow-by or something else is up. You can kind of see it there. It's hard to see. I don't think I've ever seen a boost gauge like this before, where it actually has like a vacuum gauge on there as well. It's very interesting. It's kind of cool, but it's got a big knob here and you just kind of turn it up. It's like a bleeding valve, just a standard boost tee, but with a vacuum gauge. I've never seen that before. It's cool. It's definitely cool though. I'd never run that though. I'd rather electronic boost control with an ECU like a Link than anything else. Wait, what? Flamethrower? Huh? Oh, it's a distributor. I was like, wait, is that actually a flamethrower for your exhaust? No, that's alright. So this is kind of cool. I didn't know they made power FCs for EJ20 turbos in the GC8s. There you guys go. So if you guys want to get yourself one, it's like 400 bucks US right now. A bunch of other stuff here. Usual kind of F-Con and piggyback harness kind of stuff all here. Also the factory, like, you know, Impul computers, flash computers. Same with, I think there's a Nismo one over here. Flashed one there. This one's for a K12, so a CR12DE. I think the K12s are like those little, oh, what are they called? I can't even think of it right now. They're like a micro, but they're not called micros. They're marches. That's it. It's like a little Nismo march. I'm pretty sure is the name. There's HKS flash editors here where you can edit the flash yourself. It blows my mind, the stuff and the technology that they used here to trick and confuse ECUs. Like right behind me here, right? This is an airflow meter, like tricking tool. So you plug this into your airflow meter, and then, so this plugs into the airflow meter cable, and then this end plugs into the airflow meter. And then with this little box, you can trick the ECU to giving it more fuel and stuff, or more boost and all that kind of stuff. Just all these random, weird, kind of like car ECU hacking things that the Japanese were really good at developing and making. Apparently, garden hose blow-off valves is a thing over here too. That looks like something else. All the Aussies know what I'm talking about. I love that there's just randomly an R35 GTR drive shaft, tail shaft, propeller shaft, whatever you want to call it, wherever you are in the world, just sitting here for sale for like $250 US. Isn't that cheap? Damn. That's crazy, because these are like carbon fiber, right? Far out. Kind of cool and awesome, but also like, why? They got my favorite tail lights for the FC here, Series 5 ones, the little round circles. Oh my gosh, that just hypes me up even more. I want an FC so bad. Well, this is new. Ninja strap. Upgarage made a product. It's a train handle ring with a ninja star in there. Tsurikara. That's very interesting. I guess people can't actually hold on to it though, because that's in the center in the way. So I guess it's more of just hanging up for the look of it. Alright then, there you go. I guess you can kind of get your hands in there, but that would hurt if you hit a corner hard enough. That's pretty cool. So funny though. Gonna go for a quick walk through the car park really quickly. There's a nice one of these JDM minis here. Kind of looks epic. They look wide in the front, don't they? Yeah, the minis kind of look sick. I might be getting old because I think they're cool now. I don't know. Is that offensive that I'm saying that I think I'm getting old because I'm starting to like minis? See if there's anything in the underground car park, although I don't think there is. It looks like there's pretty much nothing there. Yep, there was nothing in the undercover car park, unfortunately. But I am wet. I am cold. So, time to head home, I think. And Darren's already on it like a boss, and he's about to send me a new file. So, we might go find a place to chill in before we load that. But I'm personally a little bit bummed about the weather today, but it's out of my control, and at least I'm getting something done and getting the skyline that further bit more dialed in, which I think is awesome. This is such a depressing sight right here. I hope the owner lets me save you. Pretty girl. That's put another letter on her next week, I think. Hopefully the owner contacts us. So we pulled over on the side of the road somewhere. I don't even know where, honestly. And I just loaded the new file that Darren sent me. Things are idling much better, nowhere near as lean. We're at 0.9596 lambda. It kind of fluctuates a tiny bit, but we're looking much better for idle. It's way smoother, so that's awesome. I'm definitely going to monitor this for the next few days, and if anything happens, we'll log it and send it to him. The next thing that Darren's ready for is some more boost runs. We're going to turn up the boost a little bit and do some cool stuff there. So, with that, I'm pretty pumped. I think we're going to head home now. Just grabbed dinner from Hotomoto. If you don't know Hotomoto in Japan, it's pretty much the best place to get your bento lunches and dinners and stuff like that. Man, it's cold tonight. Let's get home. So back home now, and man, today, it was a real struggle, I have to admit, to be motivated through everything, but now looking back, I think we did pretty good, honestly. We got a bunch of stuff ticked off my to-do list that I was planning to just get done during the week that would have taken up time in other places and things like that, so the weather kind of helped with me getting it done sooner rather than later, so that worked out good. Skyline tune is a little bit more dialed, the idle's much better, so keen to get that all sorted even more and do a couple more power runs and get things even perfect. Next couple of weeks, we're going to have some insane content, so keep an eye out for that, guys. But make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, I'm currently actually live right now on Twitch. If you want to check out my Twitch, watch me play games, watch me edit like what I'm doing right now for you guys, then definitely head over there and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Ciao mata. Bye-bye.